with you today. Francesca.
I hope you can hear me okay. I didn't want to get up and be at the very early sound check. So yeah, I hope you can all hear me in the back. Hi everyone, my name's Francesca and I'm a very proud participant of HOPE. I'm not usually one to put my hand up for public speaking, especially not on a stage and with a microphone. So please bear with me if my voice gets a bit shaky or rushed, but I felt called to share my story as a young breast cancer survivor. And I thought I'd have a mic. My family's first encounter with breast cancer was in 2015 when my mom was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. It was shocking, but she took the treatment in stride and showed me what true strength looks like. And we all breathed a sigh of relief when her genetic testing came back negative, despite a strong family history. When I had first felt a lump in 2019, I had it checked and it was a benign fibroadenoma, and I was told that I would feel lumps like this for the rest of my life as I had dense fibrous breast tissue. When a new lump in 2022 started to change the look of my nipple, I went back to the doctor, and this time it was a really different outcome. On January 17th, 2023, I was diagnosed with invasive lobular carcinoma at the age of 28. And my world around me started to crumble. My future, my fertility, my career, everything was suddenly on very shaky ground. The only thing that kept me standing while the ground below me shook was my family and my friends. I'm so blessed with a group of friends here in Victoria that surrounded me in love and support and let me make all the boob jokes that I needed to, including hosting a bye-bye boobie party a few days before my mastectomy. That's the other thing that got me through, was finding the humor in it, even when it was dark. Surgery, chemo, radiation, and hormone therapy followed, which I won't go into detail, as many of us in the pink shirts know all too well how those go. What stands out more when I think back on the last year and a half isn't the constipation after the surgery or the feeling of the chemo in my veins or the armpit burn, but the people that I've been connected with thanks to organizations such as the Canadian Cancer Society. I've met so many women who have faced this disease with grace and courage, and many of them are standing in the crowd today. But there's a few that we are missing very deeply. One person that I know whose absence is palpable today is Lindsay Main. Lindsay and I met years ago through nursing school friends, and then earlier this year, those same friends got us reconnected when she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in December. Being so young and facing this life-altering diagnosis can be extremely isolating. And while I'm no expert and the experience is still very fresh for me, I gave Lindsay all the tips and recommendations that I could think of. Thanks, Kathy. Lindsay very bravely faced her diagnosis and was registered for the run today, but she tragically passed away in August when she was 32. So today I'm running in honor of Lindsay and all of the young women who are gone way too soon from this disease. We've all signed up and worked so hard to bring awareness to and raise money for the incredibly important research and support that the Canadian Cancer Society provides to patients. We're going to sweat and have fun and enjoy this event, but at the heart of it is the fact that there's a very deadly disease that has touched all of us, and it's becoming more and more common in young women. Until such time that Canadian screening guidelines catch up to the reality that young women need to be included in regular screening, I urge you to diligently check your breasts every month and advocate for yourself if something feels off. As a nurse, I know how challenging it can be to be seen by a doctor right now, but early detection does save lives. One of my biggest fears after surviving my own diagnosis is that the women in my life who are all too young for cancer, just like I was, will face this disease. It's my absolute dream that the money we're all raising here today will fund earlier screening for high-risk people, more targeted treatment options, and get us closer to a world where all stages of breast cancer can be treated with curative intent. Thank you all so much for your fundraising efforts and showing up here today. And a big thank you to the organizers and volunteers who have put on such a fun, impactful event. Thank you.
Strength and bravery right there. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you so much for sharing your story.